Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, depending from where you're watching us from. These are our faces. I am Oscar, your host, and with me tonight is Alberto for Knockout 6 in the eSailing World Championship. Alberto, how are you doing? What can we
Really,
expect for tonight?
tonight we are expecting the same format as always, but with a few knockouts still available. This will be a really big challenge here.
Exactly 6 races with 40 players at the start for the qualifier series. After these 6 races, we're going to head over with just the top 6 in one race, and the top 4 after that one race will race in the final race to determine who goes into the semifinals and who goes into the playoffs. 10 seconds to go in the Nakra 17. Most of the boats are bunched up near the committee side.
A lot of people out, so you can see some of them coming back at the last second. We have Tanji out. We have penalties on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, the area seems more easy and quiet. Let's see if the left one will pay or not.
We have Nozet taking a good lead. So does BD355 in the center of the fleet from Sweden, but Maradoni also in the mix. I believe Donnie is all the way on the left over there.
Yeah, is over there with the Scavaruzzo. They have a left wing shift coming right up. Maradoni did an amazing job of covering the Scavaruzzo. And now Scavaruzzo on port need to cross on the rest of the fleet. The fleet on the right have a left wing shift. The fleet on the left have a right wing shift. This one will be an interesting situation when the right wing shift will arrive on the right ley line.
We're racing in the LAR2 course, and I already see people in chat first. So RG Tyler, good 6 a.m. morning actually. That's an early start for you, RG Tyler. Hope you're doing well. Almir supporting his Brazilian teammates. Who do we have from Brazil? We have Searching, Jose Coty, and I believe Harder is already qualified.
Yeah, RG Tyler though is from Australia or New Zealand, right?
I believe from New Zealand, yeah. But Almir was supporting his Brazilians, and
sorry.
RG Tyler again is gonna predict for Nozet, Svan Pigeon, Crow 280, Vari, and Tim Yannick.
This one are absolutely good suggestion. Do not forget about SGR, that she's doing an amazing job lately. We have G Mendes that normally is coming up, and we have a Scavaruzzo from Italy that is the new rising star. Let's see if he's worth the.
I've seen 4 of the Italians close by in the ranking, but now they've kind of separated. It's going to be Mino RVCL chasing down the Swedish BD355 CNS Carlos Parejo from Spain right after him.
After that, there are the 2 Italians, Scavaruzzo and Velista 71, following from the Cuban SV Gaia.
And Nakar 17 and a fleet of 40 boat. We see this wind is going to be very shifty, but we have a good pressure coming in from behind, so the boats at the back are maybe going to be able to gain some meters a bit. And so far, the fleet is fairly compact. But we'll see throughout the night. Normally, we're going to see that some of them, the top 5, usually end up taking a lead and just keeping their top 5 positions, because they can just get away from the whole fleet. And that's the whole point with fleets of 40 players. You want to get some clean air. You want to sail your own race and not be bothered too much by all the others. So the start is going to be crucial. And then just going to be strategy of reading the shifts and finding the correct puffs.
Attacking the front from Carlos Parejo over Mine RV Sail. Carlos, we need to remember, he is a world champion in eSailing. He won the 2020 or 2021 edition. So I believe he had a great start here and is getting ready to try to fight again for the victory this year.
Let's hope it for him. We've seen several Parejos in the eSailing scene throughout the years. The 2 brothers I believe one of them, the other brother, was during the Singapore Olympic Series.
Both the brother, both Carlos and Ramon were no, Ramon was in Singapore, and Carlos and Ramon were in Stockholm 2024. Wow,
Yep.
That's a beauty. See how we look around in the marvelous background that we have. As you can see, everybody is on a right wing shift. Everybody is going to the left ley line. Massive left wing shift is coming, and it's not important that you win the races. It's important that you are consistent, and you need to be consistent in the top 10-ish to go to the next one.
Exactly. Again, as a reminder, it's going to be, the important part is ending up in the top 6 after these first 6 races. It's going to be tough with 40 players. It's not even in the first quarter that you have to be. It's better than that.
Yeah, at the moment
is from New Zealand, but he was also living in Australia, so we were both right.
We have BD in the lead with a Japanese skin, second position for Das Boss, third position between Mine and Carlos. Then there is Sasha Brul that get a penalty from Scavaruzzo. Scavaruzzo get the 5th back. And I believe this one will be an interesting one. Seems Scavaruzzo want to attack, but there is no point. Much better to go in that puff that is over there. Mine Arvisel is going slightly faster, but yeah, 0.1 knots, so almost nothing. While BD is going 25 knots, while Scavaruzzo and Mine are going at 24-ish. So
we have a clear split. We have like half of the fleet going on the left, a good portion going on the right, and then we have the stragglers behind trying to catch up. They also have a puff for those behind, but I don't know if that will be enough to catch up, as BD355 is now approaching that last mark to finish this first race in first, with Carlos in third.
Did Mine miss the mark?
No, he finished normally.
Because he gave me 16th position. Sorry about that.
He might have missed the mark actually.
No, he finished. Yeah.
Finished in 4th. While we were expecting a Giro 7, he was taking a penalty at the round of the mark rounding. Franken CNS from Italy is going to be fighting with Flying Boss for that 35th position as the race now ends. With our top 10 on your screen. As we go over the scoreboard, send the instructions to the sailors for the next race.
Really a pity for Sasha Brul that was in the top 5. He pushed too much. He ended up in 11.
I'm going to go over the scoreboard in just a second. 2 minutes before the next race. An unfortunate DSQ I see for Schleg DNF.
Okay.
But final standings for this first race. BD355 from Sweden, a very clean race, took the first spot from the start and just kept it throughout the whole race. That spot in second place, Yanis Carlos Parejo in third, Mino Arviso in fourth, Scavaruzzo in fifth, Noza Costa from Spain in sixth, Velista from Italy in seventh, Stefan Gilza, our Frenchman in eighth, Zukov in ninth, Vit Mardoni in 10th, Sasha BRL in 11th, Esvigaya in 12th, Tamjanik in 13th, Crow2 18, 14, Var in 15, Yoko in 16, VBN, Viper in 17, 985 in 18, Hawkeye in 19, Searching in 20, Von Pigeon in 21. We have the three Brits in 19, 20, and 21. Kanji 2232 in 22nd, 33rd for pole 35. Hosekori in 24th, Cabin Finds in 25th, LS7 in 26th, Sail SC in 28. And I'm just going to quickly switch to the overall ranking while we prepare for the next race. Starting.
I'm not ready yet. Sorry.
It's all good. They can watch our lovely faces in the meantime. With the 31 seconds to go, nice race, BD355 to Swede eSailer in the chat. Next race is going to be in the Ilka. Same, all 40 players are expected to be there. And in the Ilka, it's going to be a bit different than Nakra 17. Nakra 17 is a very fast foiling boat catamaran, while the Ilka is a dinghy. It's going to be very slow in the upwind, very fast and nervous on the downwind, with a very efficient wind shadow if you can put your opponents in it. With the countdown reaching 0, just want to make sure that we have no complaints of people not being able to join. It doesn't look like it.
No, we have one people retiring from the race. Let's see if we have more than one. Maybe Schleg also will not participate. Yeah, exactly. He tried to do the first one. He didn't manage to finish it, and he's not participating to the second one. At the moment, we are only missing Peter G-Man that he did not show up.
We'll see
if
he
here.
Showing up.
Yeah, he's here for race number 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, late start for him, but he'll try to catch up. Clem BFC in the chat, hello to you too. Hope you're doing well. And Lazar, cause it the lizard. Hope you're doing well as well. 40 seconds to go. Let's switch to the water. Watch that starting procedure happen. 35 seconds to go before they can cross the start line. And let's follow BD355. Winner of the previous race.
Absolutely.
So going to put a bit of pressure on him. See how he manages this second start.
Everybody wants to have the start in the committee, race committee. Let's see how does it work now.
BD355 currently in a penalty. Is going to be hard for him to get away from it with all the boats around him. He's going to attack again. He's going to take another 10 for being on porch, not giving way to the boats on starboard. And, well, we've seen a better start for him in the previous race. And we'll see.
Yeah, this one is not a brilliant one like the previous one. It's interesting that we have both on the left-hand side that are actually performing really well, like Vari, for example. It's going really well. Belista 71, great start for him. He's defending this amazing start that he did. He still keep going on the right hand side without attacking. He was one of the closest to the race committee boat. He's waiting for the left wind shift to happen, and then coming back to the other right wind shift that is happening back after. Now the wind is rotating, and they should be attacking. He wants to have the control over the rest of the fleet that is on the left, and is doing a majestic job. I believe Velisa 71 will be fighting with 985 for the first position. 985 is already on the right ley line, and depends of what the wind will do.
We have a small group of boats who decided to stay on the right from the start. BD355 is one of them. 985 is another 77 as well. We also have SV Gaia, who has some on Temyanik and SGR 88 in 10th. But I believe it's going to be Velisa 71 reaching that mark first, followed by Mino RV Sail.
Yeah, the right-hand side was not a good one. Velisa 71 crossing as first, a second position for Mino RV Sail. Velisa 71, one tack, upwind leg, impressive job by the Italian here. Let's see if he can keep against it. Yeah.
And Mino RV Sail is going to cover him at 9.6 knots for Mino, 8.2 for Velisa 71, as they have a huge wind shift over here. and coming back after that. So he's still on track to reach the middle of the gates at the end of the downwind, and we see the fleets behind them separating in some sort of umbrella formation.
Yeah. Let's focus also on Gaia, that is going really fast.
Chilling on the side, yeah. He was chilling on the side, and just as we said his name, Vari is going to come over and try to cover him.
Yeah, there will be a battle now from Velista and Mine that is happening at the mark, I believe. They're really close. Mine want to have the inside. They want both the same mark. Velista 71 do not have broken the overlap, so he has the right of way, and he keep the first position.
Well done by these two players, and I think this is going to be the two players that we'll see getting away from the rest of the fleets. As we mentioned in the previous race, SV Gaia, Mendes, Donnie might be able to follow. We also have Vari in third over there. But the pressure is on the left side of the course.
Yeah. As I believe Vari heard you, is the first one who tuck and put himself on starboard position, but is going back to secure, still keeping his right-hand side. While the pressure is on the left, a massive right wing shift is coming right now, and stay all over to the right ley line. The left mark was definitely an advantage. As you can see, Mina Visail and Velista 71 keep a comfortable first position. Leading position, sorry.
Yep, they're in total control of the fleets. They actually have, they have sufficient leaders in front of them, because even their wind shadow is too far ahead of the following boats to even slow them down. So
it will be interesting to focus on the boat on the left ley line, like SGR, Team Yannick, or Zhukov, because they are on the left wing shift, and probably they will get some position back from that positioning. Let's see if it will be true, or the right wing shift is coming just before the mark.
Well, SGR started the leg in 10th, if I remember correctly. She went from 13th to 9 while we were watching her. She still has a bit of wind, going at 4.9 knots, but we see all the boats on the right over there starting to tack and getting actually more speed, 5.3 knots for Velista 71, the Italian. Still Minar Visel in second. And we have a group of 3 boats, Sailor SC, SV Gaia, and the Mendes following them. So SGR88 is going to try to find a place within that fleet. Tacks beautifully, finds her slot. And the chase is on between Minar Visel and Velista 71, but I believe Velista 71 already took enough of a lead to be completely clear of any wind shadow put by the boats. So is Minar Visel for SV Gaia's wind shadow, and so is SV Gaia from Sail SC's wind shadow. That's a bit more risky, actually. 9 points, almost 10 knots, more than 10 knots now for SV Gaia, 8.4 for Sail SC. 10 knots for Zemendes, who managed to get clear of any of the wind shadows behind him. Donnie and Vari are going to be focusing on Sail SC. SGR88 catching up in 8th behind Zemendes. As it's going to be a straight line finish for SV Gaia, Velista 71, and Minar Visel for our top 3. Swede Sailor saying great sailing by SGR88, and Clem BFC go Zemendes go.
I believe Sail SC and Zemendes is an interesting battle here for the 4th position.
Yep.
With Sail SC having the inside over Zemendes and keeping the 4th and Zemendes 5th.
Exactly. Celestia is going to take 4th, Zemendes 6th. Right behind them, Vari in 5th. SGR88 is going to take 7. Let's switch to the back of the fleet with Yoko from Sweden paddling next to Scavaruzzo. Von Pigeon, Hawkeye, 83.55 in that position as well, 30 something. It's going to be a tough race for him after a a good first race, finishing first for B355, finishing in the 30s in the second race is definitely going to hurt.
I believe Scavaruzzo had not another brilliant race today, right?
Yep. Bit of an unlucky race for him as Barracuda misses the finish line and is going to end up 37th. We're going to send the instructions for the third race, starting in 3 minutes. Enter the scores, and we'll go over this second race ranking in a few seconds. Yes, I have, Clem. Thanks for bringing it up.
What you ask?
I was answering Clem in the chat about the rankings.
So BD 355 from first to the last. Scavaruzzo same. Barracuda. Really a nice shake-up we have now.
Yeah, Valista 71 in first, Mina in second, Esviga in third, Celestine 4, Semendes in fifth, Vari in sixth, Asciardi 8 in seventh, Maradoni in eighth, Tanji in 9, 10 for Das Boss, 11 for Kevin Fines, 12 for 9 and 5. We have 50 seconds until the next race, so we're going to switch to the overall ranking.
Yep. And we are jumping now to the 49er now also.
Exactly. Do you want to go over the overall ranking? Explain about what we're seeing.
At the moment, we have Mina Arvisen in the first position with Velista 71, Das Boot, Svigaya, Maradoni, and Bari. Remember, the top 6 will go to the next stage. As you can see, Stefan Gazan and Vari are tied up in point, but until JPN, 985, they're all really close. And I believe now we should give the start for the next race, but at the moment the points are really close. We are only on race 2, and we have 4 more races to go. Now we're going with a 49er, one of my favorite boats in the game. I love it because the upwind tactic is really difficult. You needed to focus on the puff, not only the direction but also the intensity. Going in a strong puff with a good wind shift is always a good thing. But then, if you need to choose between strong wind and nice wind shift, you don't know where to go. Most of the other boats, you just go for the best angle. 49er is the only one that says you should consider it.
Well, we're heading into race number 3, 25 seconds before they can cross the start line. We're following in the middle of these boats. Scavaruzzo, winner of the previous race in the Ilka. We'll see how he fares in the 49er. 49er that Alberto has just explained. 10 seconds to go.
Massive block nearby the race committee. Let's see how does it work. A couple of people with a penalty, but Scavaruzzo, I would say, nice start. The cleanest one with Maradoni on the right hand side. But then I believe the right direction. Yeah, the right direction is the one on the left. And as you can see, Zhukov, Jose Godi, Jem Mendes, Cavan, that group on the left-hand side, Yoko, they did an interesting start here. But then you're blocked.
Hosekoji back on the podium here. We've seen him in a lot of previous knockouts and final. We've seen him in multiple finals. We've seen him in Sweden, I believe.
No, Gdynia.
No, Gdynia. Yeah, Gdynia.
Gdynia 2025.
Gdynia and also in Singapore.
Ah, yes, true. Absolutely, yeah.
And his coach has already qualified for the semifinals. So I'm sure that his coach is going to be looking at his performance tonight in the knockout and rooting for him to qualify as well. So far, so good for him. First place at the start of this 49er race. So it's a lot easier when you're in firsts in these big fleets. And we do see a split in the fleets. We're going to zoom out and look at the fleet a bit. More concentrated fleet on the left side, but we also have some boats on the... Sorry, more concentrated on the right and some boats on the left with Flying Boss, SV Gaia Vari. But it looks like they're on no wind zone, 10.4 knots for Flying Boss, almost 12 for Hosekoji.
Tremendous did an amazing pass over Scavaruzzo. He crossed his bow for like 2 or 3 millimeters, maybe. Was insane.
Gotta be very precise in these maneuvers indeed. 10th place currently for Zemendes.
Yeah.
Gavin Fiennes being slowed down a bit by Scavaruzzo, who's tacked just above him. Yoko coming in on the right, tacking on the lane line, but it's going to be the Brazilian Hosekoji taking the lead at the first mark, followed by Zukov. And who do we see in third? It's none other than the Swedish BD355.
It's because you follow him, man. That's why. Gemendes, Alessandro Merlino, and Scavaruzzo all there behind with a battle with the 5 boat now reaching the mark. And the Scavaruzzo actually managed to pull off and get the 6th position. Let's see if he can keep it over Vito Maradoni that is attacking. If you want to check a little bit behind, is just behind those 4 boats. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a nice battle here going on between these 4 boats.
Now Flying Boss took off. Gemendes want to open up his jibing. They are getting closer to the ley line on the other side. They do not need to push too much.
As well in Hosekoji, there might be a fight. Barracuda and 4th from Ireland.
Penalty for Maradoni now. You just needed to resist her in this big fleet because there will be always someone else covering your opponent behind. So you just need to stay there, wait for something else to happen just to get any penalty. As you can see, Gavin Fiennes now is in a no-wind zone. Scavaruzzo is coming fast, but he's keeping the same position because...
Let's switch back to the spots quickly to watch Hosekoji Zukov. And this group of 5 sailor round the mark. Barracuda as well, missing the mark.
BD355 with an 18, Hosekoji with a C15. So, and we have a change in the lead at the moment.
Yeah, Nozet Acosta came in now in 3rd. From Spain, we've seen Nozet in several of these knockouts. How many did he do already? He did all of them. KO1, KO2, KO3, KO4, KO5, and now KO6.
Just a couple.
As Zukov here is tacking, trying to stay into that wind zone. 11.1 knots for him.
As you can see, he's slowing down while Hosekoji is keeping the speed. Hosekoji going almost half knot faster. On the left-hand side, we have this one is a tricky one. As you can see, the wind shift are kind of difficult to understand, but only in the middle there is a strong puff. So you need to stay there, but Staying on the left also helps here. Cross now between Scavaruzzo and Alessandro Merlino, but the winner of the previous race, Velista 71, at the moment is in 14th. Suffering a little bit, is behind.
And the dust is a bit settling before for the last downwind. There's a bit of a fight in the middle over there, but Tim Yannick taking a penalty. With Alessandro Merlino currently in 7th, tacking on the ley line, heading towards this mark number 3.
Yeah. Alessandro Merlino did not start really well in the first 2 races with a 35 and a 33. While on the other hand, Scavaruzzo have a 5 and a 36. So different situation here. But in the meantime, I believe the first 2 positions are fixed. Zhukov and Jose Godet are going for a victory, I believe. What is your opinion?
Let me look at these both. Yeah, clear first position, I believe, for Zhukov, clear second for Jose Godet. Can Nozets defend from Donny?
And BD355, I believe there are 3 for the last step on the podium, but it's not that important to that point.
And Donny taking a penalty by BD355.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be a lot closer to Alessandro Cavan and Scavaruzzo in 8th.
Cavan and Alessandro Merlino are really, really close now. Alessandro do not have the right of way and is in a tricky situation. Now that Acosta and BD355 in a nice battle, but I believe the Spanish will keep the 3rd position.
Yeah, Zhukov has a clear lead. He's going to be crossing the finish line any second now. Hosikodi in 2nd. Nozet's going to keep his 3rd. BD355 in 4th. Donny is going to take 5th. Scavaruzzo is going to take 6th. 7th for Alessandro Merlino. Let's switch to the back of the fleets. A tough race looks like it for Carlos.
In the lead, Alessandro Merlino is trying to pass Scavaruzzo in the last meter, but he didn't make it.
Yeah, 22 seconds after the first one for Scavaruzzo, 23 for Alessandro, 26 for Kevin Fine, 28 for Zemendes. A lot of boats approaching here. The last mark, we're going to see likely some penalties. Carlos Barrecho is going to take a penalty and does not round the mark properly. He's going to have to come back to round it.
I will say kudos to Velista 71 that is keeping the top 10 position, 11th position now, and is really good for his positioning.
And there we have it. Race number 3 has concluded. It's going to be Zhukov, Hosikoti, and Nozet Acosta on the podium. BD355 in 4th, Donny in 5th, 6 for Scavaruzzo, 7 for Alessandro, 8 for Cavan, 9 for Zemendes, 10 for LF7. Velista 71 is going to take 11th place. Yoko in 12th, Flying Boss in 13th, 14th for Crow, 280, 15th for Sailor C, 16 for 767, 17 for Vari 79, 18 for Hawk Guy, 19 for Von Pigeon, 20 for SGR 88. How's SGR 88 performing overall so far? We'll see that right after.
Up and down.
Up and down. Okay. Esugaya 21st, 22nd for Sasha Birel, Yutsuki in 23rd. That's plus 24, 25 for 985. Stefan Yozan 26th, 27 for Tim Yannick, 28 for BNB Power Viper, sorry. Minar VCM 29. Cold Beer in 30. And then the last part of the fleet. Colby report Pole 355 Tangi 2232 searching ESG 777 Ali 355 Carlos and Barracuda with a DNF as the next race is going to start in just a minute. So we're going to switch to the overall ranking.
What happened to Carlos?
He wanted to avoid, well, he was already like in the 30-something positions. Probably wanted to avoid a penalty, took it, still took it, and then missed the mark. So he had to round again.
Results are updated.
We will see them being updated in just a couple of seconds. Before it refreshes, it's going to be Mini RVCL in the lead with Velista 71 in second, Das Boots in third, Esvigaya in fourth, Donnie in fifth, and Vari in sixth, tied with Stefan Gazan. Why is Vari first? It's because his best performance as a sixth race is better than the eighth position that Stefan Gazan has had, so the tiebreak goes in favor of the Polish.
If you want to go give it a start, I can read the updated race results. In the meantime, that the situation reload. We have Velista 71 in the lead with 19 points, 23 for Maradoni, 27 for Zhukov, 34 for Naze da Costa, 35 for Mine Arvisev that lost his lead. 36 tied up Das Boot and Esvigaya, 38 for Vari, 40 for BD355. Gemendes and Crotu 80, 43, Kavan Fiance 44, Jose Gudi 45, SLSC 46, 47 Scavaruzzo and Stefan Galzen, Timianek 54, JPN 95, 55, 59 for Sasha Brule in 19th position, and 20th position tied up for Carlos Parejo and SGR and Yoko.
Thank you for that. With 25 seconds to go before they could cross the start line, we're currently watching the turquoise boat of our previous winner, or the winner of the previous race, Zhukov, aiming for a start in the middle of the starting line. And the
left wing shift is a pretty. Sorry.
I was saying the fleet is pretty evenly spread out on the start line this time. It's not a big group on the committee or a big group on the pin end, so we'll see how this plays out.
A couple of people off or people with a penalty, and 767 another penalty for him, and is going down kind of fast. Seems the one on the left hand side have an advantage. You need to understand that though you needed to tuck sooner or later. So I believe Sasha Brule is in a great position because he's the first one who tucked. He's free to go. He's free to enjoy his left wing shift. Zhukov is in another good position, the tuck just in front of Esvigaya. Von Pigeon and BD355 are really close on the left side lane line.
Switch to them in just a second. But it's still very even, actually.
Yeah, will be a messy first mark because the wind shift are evening out almost everything, and I believe we will see a lot of penalty, a lot of people rushing into situation. Massive right wing shift now is coming, but then is coming back on the left hand side. So tricky situation for the sailor. The start do not give a straight advantage to anyone. This is a great first mark because here is where your sailing skill are going to be the most important. You need to avoid other boat and you need to make sure that you are avoiding all the penalties possible.
As we have the reminder of the overall standings on your right, on the right of the screen, Velisa 71, our overall leader, is somewhere in the fleets, 17th.
Velisa 71 at the moment is in 15th position. Let's see Sasha Brul in the cross with BD 355.
On Pigeon managing to sneak behind BD 355, had to attack slightly early. Is going to slow down by trying to luff up to round the mark properly. That does so beautifully and now takes the first place from Sasha BRL. Tanji 2232 takes a penalty, but still manages to be in the top three. Is going to push Cold Beer a bit away to give him some space at the mark rounding, but Cold Beer is going to be just behind him. It's going to be a very tight head of the fleet. With BD355 still in the lead.
It will be a nice battle here because after the next jibe, everything will happen. BD355 tried to cover him, but Sasha Brul did an impressive job here, and now is in control over the Swedish sailor.
Also, almost was a fight between Cold Beer and Das Boots, with Tanji also kind of forcing Cold Beer to ricochet between Tanji and Das Boss.
Sasha BRL is in a great position right now. He is only 200 meters from the mark, but is covering BD355. He has the left mark if he wanted to be. BD355 try to attack. There is no overlap between the two boats, so he can go down and deep. And Sasha Brul has the right of way. And penalty for BD355. Really well done by Sasha Brul.
Yep, showed his patience, so his mental strength as well in that situation. BD355 dropped down to third, so he's still in a good spot. Tanji is in fourth, and we see Cold Beer and Das Boss very close to each other. We also saw Hawkeye. I was going to mention him while you were talking about the fight between BD355 and Sasha BRL. As Hawkeye decided to go on the right side of the course during that downwind and actually gain a lot of positions. Now in the fifth overall, has no one above him to slow him down, but he's going to be slowing down the boats beside him. Zukov could be a pain for him if he decides to move a bit more above him, put him some wind shadow. But yeah, good decision, well read by Hawkeye, who managed to gain a lot of places with that choice in the downwind.
At the moment, the fleet is pretty stable. Will be interesting to understand what is going to happen next. Interesting thing, Velisa 71 now is in 30th position. So he has to climb up a few positions if he want to stay in the lead. At the moment, he's going to, with 49 points, put you in 16th position. Obviously, he is not the only one going to increase his points, but definitely will be a challenge here to.
Yeah, for sure. This is the fourth race, so they still have 2 races after this one to qualify in the top 6. Fleet of 40 boats, so 2 races could mean a difference of 80 points.
Yeah.
So anything is still possible. We have a look at the overall ranking once this race finishes and start looking at who could or who is mathematically in or not, or the average performance that they need to pull off. ESG 777 was the furthest boats on the left, tacked above the lane line. He's going to be hoping to gain a couple of positions with this. But Sasha BRL still in a comfortable first. Tanji managed to take second, and BD355 still in third. Zukov in fourth, whereas Hawkeye is he was in fifth.
On the right answer, yeah. He lost a couple of positions because of the left wing shift, and the Cold Beer is now coming really fast. I believe the only safe one is Sasha. He has 20 meter of margin and 3 boats that are following him. So no, there's no one safe at the moment. No one is determined, and we need to follow the end of the race to know who is going to be the winner of this race.
Now Sasha Birol is going to attack onto port for the start of the downwind, being followed by all the boats, well, the top 4 boats. Tanji, BD355, and Zukov. BD355 decided to go a bit wider, try to put a bit of wind shadow on Tanji, try to slow him down, 16.2 knots for him. And Tanji is going to do the same. So, yeah, BD355 is going at, was going at almost 4 degrees wider than Sasha Birol, who was staying at minus 140 degrees. But we're going to see them move quite a lot, trying to position themselves in a better spots to get away from any wind shadows or put a wind shadow on someone. And this fight has slowed them down, so it allows Zukov from Ukraine to get maybe in the top 3. As BD decides to go towards the left, Tanji is going to follow. Sasha Birol decides to stay on the right. If they cross, Tanji will have the right of way, but Sasha is still in front.
This is a problem for Tanji. He's in the worst position ever. Exactly here, penalty for him.
Gonna take a penalty by BD355 at the mark rounding. He did not have right of way. And Zukov is going to use this to overtake as well. So does Cold Beer behind. So a nasty penalty for Tanji, who cost him the podium. Mini RV Sail coming in as well in 8s. A follow bit of Vari between Zemendes and Jose Guti as Kevin Fiance crosses the finish line just in front of them. Alessandro Merlino also recovering from a penalty that he put on himself with the Rule 31 that was touching the mark. Was slowed down for 10 seconds by this, and in the middle of the fleets, a penalty like this is going to just be extended with all the boats around you who are going to have the right of way in front of above you. But these are, well, this is the ranking for race number 4 as we prepare for race number 5. This is the before last race for the players to reach the top 6. And let's go over the scores for this one. Sasha Birol in first place, BD355 in second, Zukov in third, Colbier in fourth, Tanji in fifth, Hawkeye in sixth, Das Boss in 7, Minar Visil in 8, Salesi in 9-10 for LF7, Von Pigeon in 11, Yutsuki takes 12-13 for 985, Kevin Fiance will take 14th spots, Mendes from Portugal takes 15 spots, Avari in 16th, Jose Guti from Brazil 17th, Paul 35 in 18th, Stefan Geza in 19th, Crow 280 in 21. Green in 767. We've seen him in Gdynia last year for the grand final. 21st spot for him. Nozara Costa in 22nd, ESG 777 23rd, 24th for SC Gaia, 25th for Scavaruzzo, 26th for Yoko, 27th for Vit Mardani SGR, 88 takes 28th, Bavan Vipor Viper in 29th. Flying Boss will take 30, 31st for Velista 71, another tough race for the Italian. 32nd for Ali 355, Alessandro Merlino takes 33rd, 34th for Temyanik, and Carlos Parejo has a DNF. Has unfortunately retired from the knockout and will not be continuing in the other races. With less than a minute to go for race number 5. The results are updated. Perfect. Let's switch to the scoreboard. So the standings have changed?
There's a lot of changes. Now Zukov is in the lead. Velisa 71 dropped to 5th position. BD355, after the bad race in race number 2, is doing a great job. Mean RV Sale, BD355 and Das Boot are 42, 43, 43. And 50 both for Velista and Mardoni, but Vari, Selesi, Nauzet, Mendes and Kavan are less than 10 points away. Sasha Brule is 10 points away with SV Gaia, so top 12 absolutely in the game. After that is be a little bit more tricky, but not impossible. With I would say 60 points at the moment that are in chance. I believe top 30 still have a point, an opportunity to go there, but I will say top 20 still have an opportunity to go in.
Yeah, we
managing
see
that.
we see weird splits in the fleet over here. We have a 12-point gap between first and second, but then second, third, fourth are pretty close, just a points difference between them, then another 7 points between them and the 5 and 6. And the rest then after starts to get compacted. Between the first, second, third, and 4, 5, 6 and above, there's quite a split in scores. We're going to switch to the water to watch the starting procedure of race number 5 in the offshore racer. 19 seconds to go before they can cross the start line. We're watching the purple boats with the French rooster, Sacha Birrell, winner of the previous race.
It's really difficult here because you needed to have the start done by the race committee if you want to win, because if not, you cannot cross. But then there is a massive left wing shift. So the people on the right can tack as fast as they can. As you can see, Yoko is in the lead. LS7 is really in a great position. But then we need to understand how long he goes this one. Because even Paul 35 is in a great position, but he cannot tack until Vari can tack. Vari cannot tack until Sasha can tack. So by the time the last one is tacking, everybody, the wind shift is gone. And you need to go to the other one. So that's the pro and con to start on the pin end with a left wind shift with offshore racer, because you're not clear that is not clear that you can cross, and that one is really tricky. Now with the next tackle we will understand if Pool 35 can keep the great position, or the boat on the rail line like Yoko, like Lostrio, like Jose Godi are in a good position to come back to the race, because all the other one have to tack. And Jose Godi put himself in a great position. First penalty here for Flying Boss. He hit her with the bowsprit. Same situation for Stéphane Gazan. I will see a lot of this kind of situation, or people passing behind or getting a penalty. SV Gaia actually doing an amazing job here, but he has the Ukrainian there and has to pass behind. Jose Godi is in a great position, though.
Yeah, I was going to say a good race by Sacha Birrell. Unfortunately, cannot avoid the Von Pigeon coming in on the left he had right away. So he will take the penalty, and he takes a penalty at one of the worst possible moments in the middle of the fleet. Actually, somehow manages to make it okay-ish. We'll see at the end.
It's a mess here.
We'll see at the end as the fleet spread out. But this mark rounding was for sure hectic for a lot of the boats, and Das Boss is actually the one who's going to take most out of it, taking first place after that. Von Pigeon in second. Jose Godi just taking second place, as I was mentioning, the second place for Von Pigeon. Decided to go on the right clean, in some clean air. And where did Sasha end up? Sasha ended up in ninth after second place.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. The Italian, for example, LS7, that is now in the top 5, I say, he started in the wrong position because he started nearby the race committee, but because he was the only one who could tack at the beginning, and that's why he is in the best position. Penalty for Jose Godin by hitting a bomb pigeon on the stern. This would be possibly for the Brazilian.
LS7. Bit of miscalculation there. He didn't lose a position. He's still in third, but he did get a lot closer to Pole 355 and 767. So it is going to be a little more, or there's going to be a little more fight for him to keep that third. But Das Boss is still in a clear first. Von Pigeon on his tail.
This is really good for Das Boss because he can get to the lead of the race as Zhukov is not close by. This is great for Von Pigeon because with 86 points, it's really difficult for him to come back, and this is the only way how he can do it. Same for LS7 that with 74 points after a bad start of the event. Is now getting better.
But apart from Das Boss, the fleet is still pretty tight. Well, maybe the three that we see here, Von Pigeon, 767, and Jose Goody, are going to have a little easier time than the boats following. As Von Pigeon is going to attack underneath 767, who's going to attack just immediately afterwards. Try to put a bit of wind shadow on Von Pigeon, maybe create a bit more distance between him and the British.
This is a problem for BD355 that right now is in 23rd position. So kind of in a messy area. And let's see what's happening next, because with 20 something point you're going out of the top 10. Only calculating him, obviously, but you know, putting more stress for the last race.
Yeah, this is the before last race for the players to get into the top 6. Currently 6th is Das Boss with 36 points, tied with SV Gaia. And 12th is going to be Cabin Fiance with 44 points, so still fairly close.
I think that the great position here is Jose Godi, that at the moment is in 14th position, is 12 points outside the top 6. So with a position in the top 5, I believe he can jump back to the course for the top 6.
It's going to be a tough mark. Round in 767 was slightly lower, had to luff up to round it, manages to do it. Von Pigeon still in 3rd. He's going to be fighting with Jose Godi for that 3rd spot.
And this situation is great because there are 14 knots. 14 knots is the boat perform the best under wind shadow. So boats that are covered are really slowing down, so we can see big battle with slow wind here, and I believe it will be really, really interesting to see what's going to happen in the end. At the moment, Das Boss going 1 knot slower than 767. This shouldn't be a problem for him, but you know, actually that's the situation of you never know what's going to happen.
767 is slowly gaining on him, but he went from like 106 meter difference to 98, so not quick enough to make a difference. And Das Boss decided to go towards the left side of the course, find some more wind. 11.7 knots for him, 12 knots for Von Pigeon.
And now it will be interesting to understand
for 767
between the 3 of them who is going to get the podium. Jose Godi attacking, defending from Von Pigeon attacks. 767 though is going to go across over here. The wind picked up, so good situation for the one in the lead. So Das Boss going for the win, 2nd position for 767. Now we need to understand between Jose Godi and Von Pigeon, but seems the Brits have the advantage.
Yep, looks like a 3rd place podium for Von Pigeon and a 4th place for the Brazilian Jose Godi, followed by pole 35, Sasha BRL. Unfortunately, why did I see his name? Oh yeah, he's rounding the mark over there, so he was in the in the boats above. Could not make out of his because he had a good start, Sasha Burel.
Yeah.
Second at that first mark, we see Stefan Gazan here taking a penalty. 18 is going to allow it 985 to overtake, take a extra point. As we have a messy end of fleet as well. BD355 again, and the actually did not round the mark. BD355.
Oh, this could be a problem.
And I don't think he realized before. I don't know if he heard me or if he just saw it, but now coming back to round the mark. I believe it is kind of hard to see when you have all these boats running the mark at the same time.
Yeah.
And all the penalties happening with a very long boat like the Offshore Racer. And does a little dance for us before finishing off this race.
I'm almost there, 27.
We're going to go over the ranking of this race. Das Boss is in first place, 767 in second, Von Pitten in third, Jose Godin fourth, Pole 35 in fifth, Mino Arvicel in sixth, Ella 7 and 7, Yoko in 8th, 9 for BB and Viper, Alessandro Merlino in 10th, top 10 furthest Italian, 11th place for Bari 79, Mendes RS in 12th, Sasha Birel in 13th, Tomjanic in 14th, Yutsuki in 15th, Crow 280 in 16th, Flying Boss in 17, Vito Mardoni in 18, 19 for the Spanish, Nazita Costa 20 for 985, then 21st for Stefan Gelzan, Zukov in 22nd, Hawkeye in 23rd, Tanji 2232 in 24th, Arlie 355 in 25th, Corbier is going to take 26, SUR 88 in 27th, Elisa 71, 28, 29 for Scavaruzzo, Celesi takes 30th, SV Gaia 31st, 32nd for Kevin Fines, 33rd for BD 355 and ESG 777 will take a DNF.
Updated results.
Let's switch to the results with the last race starting in 2 minutes.
You want me to go through it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, in the lead we have Das Boot. After only one bad race, all the other are in the top 20. Same thing with Mina Arvicel. First position, 44 points. Second position, 49. Third position, Jukov, 52 points. Fourth position, Vari. A nice comeback, really consistent, and just one brilliant race in the top 10, but never a bad race. Jose Godi, 66 points. Vito Mardoni, 68 points. And these are the top 6. Je Mendes out with 70 points, so just 2 points is nothing. Sasha Birel, 73 is nothing. BD355, 2 really, really bad races, and 3 races that are incredible. Different situation though for now. The Costa is tied up, but a little bit more consistent around the with the bad races. Velisa 71, 78 points, Crow 280, 79, LS7, 81, Von Pigeon 85, Celesi 85 with 2 bad races, the first and this last one. I believe those are the one. No worries. 33 players in. Ready, 3, 2, 1, and go. No message in the chat about people not connecting.
Yeah, we're all clear for that. So last race in the qualifying series, last chance for the players to reach the top 6. As we were mentioning, 68 points for the 6th. That's the British Fitz Maradoni. Then it's 2 points behind for Zemendes, 3 points behind for Sasha Birel. 12th spot goes for Crow 280 with 79 points, which that is 11 points behind the 6th. So it's still possible for these top 12. Even 13, so mathematically 30 points. Well, everyone that you see on
You're
this
going
team
to 98, so
yeah.
yeah, mathematically up to 98, but I do not believe Scavaruzzo is out. But Yoko and Paul with Paul 35 or Tanji that are more than 90 points is really, really difficult. I believe mid 80 is a possibility, and definitely mid 70 is kind of certain. Let's focus on, I believe, Das Bus.
So, yep, previously known as Das Boots, winner of the previous race, and now the F18 5 seconds to go. Watch out for the false start.
I believe it's not mathematically in, but I believe there are 95 chances out of 100 that he is in. Same thing for Mini RV Sale, Zhukov 2. But then you need to remember that the first one gets 2 more points as an advantage. The second one get 1 more point as an advantage. So it's really important that you get the first position in this 6 qualifier, because this one will give you definitely a boost.
Yep, and I'm looking at the chat with Almir44 saying go Goaty, supporting his Brazilian teammates again. Currently in the top 6 for Jose Goaty. Let's hope that he remains there at the end of this race. We'll see what the outcome is. You only see these 5 boats on the left side over here: Cavan, Cold Beer, Ho 35, Zukov, and who's that blue boat? That's Donnie as well. Sailor Sea coming, and then the rest of the fleet is on the right side, all the way over there. Mini RV Cell being one of them.
Right, I believe you jinxed it to Jose, because right now he's in 29th. So good, he's 6th, bam, 29th.
Let's shuffle the cards a bit. And Lorenzo Forza Roma.
No. Ban Lorenzo. Perma ban.
What's happening in Rome?
Juventus 3-1 for Rome.
Oh,
I'm a Juventus fan.
Okay.
Now that Costa at the moment in second position, I believe he is in a good path for. He is only 7 points away from the top 6. So him and Mine are in a great position. Where is the Hungarian?
Hungarian took a penalty at the start of Rule 12 and
is in 29th.
And I believe he's now in a tough spot. It's going to be Noza da Costa actually taking first place at that first mark. In front of Mini RV Cell, in front of BD355, who again had to luff up to try to round the mark. Flying Boss has touched the mark, going to take a Rule 31 slowdown for 10 seconds. It's going to allow Tomjanek, the Polish, to take that 4th place. Svigaya again in 5th. We've seen Svigaya quite a lot in the top 5. Well, that's the impression I have.
Yeah. Svigaya is racing really, really well. The problem is he's not constant, because he has a 12, 13, but then 21, 24, 31. So we saw him racing fast, but he's really, he's not out of, but he's really unlikely that he is going to qualify. He has a lot of sailors in front.
There may be a preference for the faster boats.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, looking at the results, maybe he was doing better in faster boats and not as good in slower boats. But we'll see if he can keep it for this race. I lost him again. He's over here on the left as the guy in 5th. Tanji in 11th. I believe Tanji did some better performance in the latter races. Had a rough start. Also had some unfortunate penalties. We've seen him several times trying to round the mark, either taking a penalty at the wrong moment or touching the mark or not rounding the mark.
Jose Godet, though, is in a really bad situation at the moment. He's in 28th, fighting with the Dust Boss. And he has 66 points, so I believe it's more out than in. Penalty for BD355 by Rule 18 in the lead. This could be costly. Let's see how much will be costly, because he's out. He's 75 points. I believe Dasboot and Mine are in. Zhukov is in not a bad position. But Vari is out. Where's Vari? 18th position with another penalty, so nope. Osegodi, nope.
We're going to have a lot of shuffle at the end of this race. The top 6 that we saw before the race are not going to be the top 6 that we'll see at the end of it.
Absolutely not. And most of the people that have the opportunity to go in are in the really low end of the race, like Sasha BRL, like Jose Godi, like Velista 71. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for the graphics. So it will be interesting to understand who is going in, because at the moment, I will say maybe Nauzet, for sure, Amine, big chance for Dasboot.
Well, I mean, for sure Nauzet, because he's currently first and he's already in the top 6, so he's going to stay in the top 6.
No, he's in 10th position now.
Nauzet?
Yeah.
He's first. Maybe my graphics is not updated.
Yeah.
That is why.
Sorry guys, ditch the graphics. Because at the moment are... J. Mendes at the moment is in 24th position, so even him was 2 points away. Thank you so much. That'll be tough. That will be tough. Yeah, now that
so Mine is guaranteed to stay in that top 6. Currently second overall, second in this race. Yeah. 49
and
points overall.
And he's going to get the lead. So
yeah.
I will say congratulations
it's up for grabs.
To Nauzet that is leading this race with over 100, almost 100 meter over Mina Arvisale.
Yeah, that's going to put him to 76 points overall. So it's really going to depend on the performance of that spot. Zuko, Vari, Jose, Donnie, and all these players who are above him in the overall ranking, as Nauzet now drives onto the lay line to finish the race in a comfortable first. Svigaya is going to be fighting for that third. We don't see him in the top 13 in the ranking, Svigaya.
Dasboot is 3 points from mathematically in, but yeah, it will be in. Surely not first, but he will be in. Because Dasboot right now with a 29th, 30th, 29th, 30th position is going to 74 points. Now that winning is going to 76. So even with the impressive race of now that Dasboot was more consistent, and he still be going in front of him. Definitely not in front of Mina Arvisale. Mina Arvisale that is going to lead this qualifiers.
One of the players who have also been not very consistent, I'm going to say, is Speedy 355. We've seen him in first positions regularly, but we've also seen him in the 30th and more.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this translates as well. Hawkeye crossing the finish line very soon. We see Alessandro Merlino taking a penalty at the back of the fleet. Oh, it's the 32nd position currently. And maybe a mistake in the boats in front will allow him to gain a couple of positions, but so far it looks like no one in front is taking any penalties. We see Sasha Burel as well in these positions, and
nice comeback from Jose Godi that he finished in 13th.
We're going to go over the ranking of this final race soon as the last one crosses the finish line. I believe Yutsuki is not going to bother. We're going to head over to the overall ranking. Nauzet Acosta takes first place, Mine Arvisale in second place, Svigaya in third, 83.55 in fourth, Taji In 5th, Cabin Finds. In 6th, Hawkeye. In 7, 8 for Temyanik. 9 for Von Pigeon. 10 for Cold Beer Crow. 280 is going to take 11th place. 12th place for Flying Boss. Hosikouri takes 13th. Sailing Sea will take 14th. Yoko in 15th. LS7 in 16th. Zukov in 17th. 18 for Pole 35. 19 for Sifan. Gelzan. Sasha BRL will take 20th. Maradoni will take 21st place in this race. Amanda's 22nd, 23rd for 767, 24th for Vari. SGR 88 in 25th, 26th for Alessandro Merlino. Elisa 71, 27, 28th place for 985, 29 for Baban Viper. Pronouncing this the French way every time, but it's in English, Spavian Viper. Das Boss 30th, Ali 355 and 31, and Yutsuki and Scavaruzzo did not finish the race.
Okay, results are updated. We show the results and then we go offline for 5 minutes, okay?
Exactly. So we're going to talk about the overall ranking quickly to show you our current top 6. Mine RV Sale takes the lead with 51 points. Quite a considerable lead. That's almost a 20-point lead with for Zukov in second place with 69 points. Nice. 74 points for Das Boss, 76 points for Noza da Costa, makes it in the top 4. BD355 will take 5th with 79-point tie with the Brazilian Hosikouri, who just makes it, actually has a 10-point lead on the 7th. Donnie and Vari also tied at 89 points. So top 6, Mine RV Sale, Zukov, Das Boss, or Das Boot, Noza da Costa, BD355, and Hosikouri are going to be our top 6, 51, 69, 74, 76, 79 tie. For these players, quickly going to explain the tiebreak between Hosikouri and BD355. BD355's best performance was in first place, so that's brings the tiebreak in his favor. Best performance by Hosikouri was a second place. So congratulations to these 6 players. We're going to head over to the gold series of this knockout. Only these top 6 players will be participating. One race with the 6 players, then the top 4 into the last race is going to determine who goes into the semifinals and who goes into the playoffs. So we're going to mute up and we're going to figure all that out in the backstages just for a couple of minutes. So stay with us and we'll be back in a second.
Okay.
And we're back with 1 minute and 14 seconds to go before the last race. Well, the first race of the Gold Series is going to start. Last and first opportunity for the top 6 to reach the top 4. After that's going to be one race with the top 4. Top 3 will go to the semifinal. Fourth will go to the playoffs. 6 players going in is going to be Mino Arvisil from Japan, Zukov from Ukraine, Das Boots from Hungary, Nozada Costa from Spain, BD355 from Sweden, and Jose Goody from Brazil, making our top 6. First race is going to be in the Star. It's going to be a very slow boat in the upwind, also in the downwind. Well, slow everywhere, but with a very big wind shadow. It's about 70 meter long, I believe, that wind shadow. So we're going to see a lot of fights, especially in the downwinds. And I see Desabata in the chat already cheering up for Mine Arvisil from Japan.
Okay.
How the point works this time, it's going to be slightly different. It's not going to be the slow point scoring system that we've seen in the previous races. Each player will start with the points of their starting position as they qualified in. So 1 point for Mine Arvisil, 2 points for Zukov's third, 3 points for Das Boots, 4 for Nozet, 5 for BD, and 6 for Jose Goody. Not that.
Sorry, can I stop you 1 second?
Yep.
There is a bonus of 1 point. So Mine is coming with 1 point and Chukov is coming with 2 points. All the other have 3 points. So the first 2 have a small advantage over the qualifier. Just to do not make it useless to have this race, because if you arrive 6th and then you win, is almost impossible to go even in the top 4. So in this way, we have Mina and Zhukov that have like a small bonus, and that will be great. And then in the last race, the final, we give the information later. But most of the position are decided in this race.
Thank you very much. We're going to switch the water with the 40 seconds to go before they can cross the start line. And Chris 1707 Hawkeye, thanks for the race as well on to top 6, and good luck. Thank you to you too. Good luck for next time. We'll hopefully see you again in these knockouts. With 30 seconds to go, so we have in the reddish, red-brown kind of color, the Brazilian Jose Gotti in that gray-green, Zukov in black, Daspot. Then we have 2 boats using the Japanese M&A livery. It's going to be Mine Arvisil and BD355, and then Nozada Costa is going to be in that light turquoise color.
A great start for all of the 6 competitors here. The start is really even. Seems Mine at the moment is a little bit in a pickle. The upwind will be really short, so there's not a lot of opportunity to get a nice wind shift here. But the good thing is that the downwind will be pretty intense, because the starboat is one of the boats that have the smallest angle of going downwind and have a huge coverage. So it's almost impossible to win on the first upwind. And this will be really interesting. I believe the BD355 at the moment is in a great position with the left wind shift coming up. But I don't think he will have enough room to win.
Yeah, Jose Goody is going to force Daspot to attack, and himself's going to attack again towards the ley line. Stays under the ley line for now. Nozada Costa went way above the ley line.
Yeah.
He's going to correct.
He didn't want to risk it, especially with the left wind shift coming in.
Well, and his 4th currently above Zukov and above Mine Arvisil, but it's going to be hard for him to overtake on this leg, at least the top 2, BD355 and Daspot. It's going to be neck and neck with the Brazilian Jose Gotti, and they're still very close. So that downwind that we're about to see is definitely gonna change the rankings, as the boats in front are going to be defending their positions, and the boats behind are likely going to try to slow them down, try to overtake.
This will be a tricky situation because Zhukov and Mine Arvisil are the one with the bonus. So it will be tough to understand who are the top four, because I believe in this situation we'll have BD, Dust Boost, Jose Godi, and Mine. Because now that we go to 7 points, Zhukov go to 7 points, and Mine is going to 7 points, but the tiebreaker for the race rule here is the fleet race. So you do not need to be fourth if you have a Mine 6. Let's say like that.
Yep. Well, the battle didn't change much in the ranking. It did kind of spread the fleets. BD355 takes first, as he now starts it down when Jose Godi actually managed to take second from Das Boss. And then third and fourth is going to be a fight between Noza da Costa and Das Boss. Mine RV and Zhukov still fighting for 5 and 6, as Zhukov takes a penalty as he was leaving the mark zone after rounding it. Tough race for the Ukrainian.
Yeah. Tricky now. Zhukov now is out, and Mine is going in with 6 points, and Das Boss will be out with 7. So everything is counting here on the 4th position, because Mine in 5th is automatically in.
Is Mine in no matter what, or does he, if he takes 6, is he out?
If he takes 6 and Zhukov is 4th, he's out. There's only one chance where this one doesn't work, that he's not in, and that is the case. So when the winner is last and the 4th is the second in the qualifier.
Okay. Well, just as a heads up, at the end of this race, we're going to take another short 3-minute break to give out the rules, tally up the score, make sure everything is correct before we start the last race. Last race, again, is going to be the top 4 out of these 6 players. At the end of that race, in the top 4, 3 of them are going to head to the semifinals. One of them is going to head to the playoffs.
Tricky situation now for Jose Godi, that is trying his best to cross the mark. Now that went for hitting the mark and get the penalty over there. And now there is a problem with Das Boss coming really, really fast. Let's see. Yeah, he now that come out from the penalty just in time, and he has the inside.
Mine still taking a penalty behind is going to take 6th place. He's going to be fighting hard in that downwind to get out of that 6th. And this is last downwind.
Yeah. Zhukov is not covering Das Boss, but is going for now that do not understand the reason. Because Mine is covering Das Boss. It will be a really, really tricky situation
Das Boss
here.
is actually going to continue to go towards the right side and is slowly leaving any wind shadows. Jose Godi is still very close. So actually, this scenario is going to compact the fleet a bit more, because Jose Godi, the Brazilian in the red boats, is likely not going to let Das Boss overtake so easily, but he is also being wind shadowed by Zhukov and Mine RV Sailed in the gray and Japanese livery skin.
The only one we are sure that is in is BD355.
Zhukov defends his 5th, pushing Mine RV Sail out of the way, giving him extra room. Noza Acosta will take a 16 at not the greatest of moments.
This is a really big problem for Mine, because it's not mathematically in right now. And now, yes, because now that is behind. So BD in the lead. Jose Godi in second.
3rd for Das Boss, 4th for Zhukov, 5th for Mine RV Sail. And Noza Acosta with a DNF. Saw that he was not going to be able to catch.
As you can see, there is a 3-way between Mine, Zhukov, and Das Boot, all tied up at 6 points. And the result says Mine and BD first with 4 points, the 2nd position for Jose Godi, 3rd position for Mine RV Sail, 4th position for Zhukov. Das Boot and Noza Acosta out.
So that's what you're seeing on your screen right now. As Alberto just said, BD, Jose Godi, Mine RV Sail, and Zhukov are going to be our top 4 players into or getting into that last race, the medal race, who will determine who goes into the semifinal and who goes into the playoffs. So first, we can congratulate these 4 players for making it this far. Also, a round of applause to Daspot and Nozara Costa making it in the top 6, and a quick shout out to all of the other players racing it in the qualifier series just before. But as we did previously, we're gonna mute up and prepare everything in the background just for the couple of minutes, and we'll start race number 8, the last race, in a couple of seconds. And we're back with 30 seconds to go before the start of the last race of the night. Speedy 355, Jose Godimino, Arvizel, and Zukov fighting for a place in the semifinals. At the outcome with this race in the 4th, we'll be going into the playoffs.
It's really interesting how the three-way tie went down on the semifinals. Das Boot, if you remember, before the last race of the qualifier was in the lead. And because of the last Formula 18 races and how did he went on this one, that he finished 3rd, he thought he was safe, but was not safe enough, because Mina, Arvizel, and Zukov finished 1st and 2nd. So this is really interesting and really explain how important are the qualifiers and how important it is to always perform the best. This one, it's a really three-way tie that really was interesting. It's like for 5 points in the whole qualifiers, Das Boot lost his final classification.
Switching to the water for us to watch the starting procedure. 35 seconds to go before they can cross the start line. Whatever the outcome, basically the end results of this race will be the final ranking of tonight, I believe.
Kind of just we need to remember that we assign 1 point to the winner, 6 points to the one in the second position, and 7 points for the third and the fourth. In case of a tiebreaker, like Mina and Zhukov, in the third and fourth, they will count this last race as the tiebreaker. At the start, Jose Godi in the lead, with Zhukov, BD355, and Mina following up. There is no guarantee. The only one who guaranteed here a final position is BD355, because a situation of Mina Visel in the lead and Zhukov in second position could exclude Jose Godi from the semi-final. But at the moment doesn't seem the case. Jose Godi in the lead, BD355 in second position, third position for Mina Arvisel, fourth position for Zhukov. There will be a switcheroo between who is going to be first, who is going to be second, but third and fourth position at the moment are kind of tied. And I believe if Jose Godi and BD355 are going to fly away, it will be an interesting race between Mina Arvisel and Zhukov to understand who get the last spot for the semi-final.
Exactly, it's going to be a fight for who gets to the playoffs, who gets to the semi-final. Obviously, you prefer being in a semi-final, so you're going to be fighting for that position. Jose Godi leads the fleet as they start the first downwind, chased by BD355, is going to be driving over him, and then we're going to have another duel between Zhukov and Mina Arvisel at the back, as they're actually creeping towards the leading two boats, but are not going to be jibing onto them. Zhukov jives, trying to force Mina Arvisel to jibe as well, who follows, getting closer to each other.
Zhukov now is in control of Mina Arvisel. He probably listened to the live because he understands that he have to beat him, while Jose Godi and BD355 are just playing in front. Nice passage for Mina Arvisel over Zhukov, penalty for Jose Godi from BD355 in the front, but seems Mina get the third position in front of Zhukov. He broke the overlap and he has the right of way. So Zhukov need to keep himself clear. Early drop for Mina. Not sure if this could be a problem, but really quick attack for Zhukov. And this one could be a problem for Mina Arvisel.
Yeah, Mina is still slightly in front, but it did allow Zhukov to get in closer. And the next tacks and the next puffs or shifts are going to decide whether Zhukov will be able to overtake or not. They still have the full downwind to fight as well afterwards, as Jose Godi maintains his first place despite taking the penalty at the mark rounding, reason being that BD355 took too much time to put his kites down and just slow down almost just as much as Jose Godi. So
nice battle between Jose Godi and BD355 in the front that are not sparing anything, even if this is the final.
But will penalize him for Rule 15. Basically, when you're when you get a right of way, you should be able to you should give room to the other boats to keep clear.
Wow, well done. Really well expressed. But I want to say also that there is not a lot of wind, only 15 knots, and this means that if they're going
Well,
into the path like Osego did that now is going, the
yeah, I was
race
gonna
is
say
going
that
to
you
be
have this
difficult.
this big puff on the it's actually coming in.
But it's forcing you to go straight, and this is a small advantage for the one in the back, if you're able um, to stay in the path. As you can see, Zhukov is going at 0.6 slower than Mine, and we need to see what's happening after the first jab here. While Jose Godi is clearly the winner of this final.
Yep, Jose
Zhukov
Goody will
is,
be taking first place with BD355 in second, and now all eyes are on Zukov and Mino RV Sale. Whoever wins basically goes to the semi-final.
yeah.
So 9.2 knots for Zukov, 8 for Mino RV Sale. He's going faster, but Mino RV Sale is going to be entering the mark zone now. Still in third position.
Yeah.
So unless something crazy happens, I believe this is going to be our final ranking. Jose Gori in first, BD355 in second, Mino RV Sale third, and Zukov in fourth, meaning that Jose Gori, BD355, and Mino RV Sale are going to be going to the semifinals. Zukov is going to be qualified for the playoffs. Here we have confirmation of the score on your screen for this last race. And I'm going to be switching to the overall ranking.
Yeah, our overall ranking already updated.
And there we have it. Quickly looking at the chat, I see Almira again supporting Jose Goti. Nosa de Costa saying congrats to Jose. Great stream. Thanks to your teams. It's RG Tyler Goti for Almira 44 again. Showing the support for the Brazilian qualifying for the semi-final, but he is not alone. It's going to be Jose Goti from Brazil, BD355 from Sweden, Mini RV Sale from Japan. All three players qualifying for the semi-final, while Zukov from Ukraine is going to be qualified for the playoffs. It's going to be time for us to wrap it up. Big congratulations to these 4 players qualifying for the semifinal and the playoffs. Round of applause, as I said, to Daspot and Noza da Costa making it in the top 6. Unfortunately for them, they're not making it to the top 4, but we'll see them in the future for sure. And a quick shout out as well to all the other racers who participated in this knockout, making it the top 40 of qualifier 6. Qualifier 7 starts tomorrow at 12 UTC. It's going to be in the Far East, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct. And also I want to add that this one, the qualifier 7, will be the qualifier for the Steering the Course event. So if you know anyone from the female gender that want to participate to the Steering the Course, top 8 female sailors from qualifier 7 will qualify directly to the final of the event. So please make sure that all of your friends are playing next qualifier 7.
Exactly. Qualifier 7 is the joint qualifier for Steering the Course program as well. 60 attempts to do your best 12 races in a row to reach the top 40 and get into knockout 7 to then maybe get your ticket to the semifinal or playoffs. Is going to be the before last qualifier of this season. Qualifier 8 being the last, so time is quote unquote running out for if you haven't yet qualified in these events. But this is the end of Knockout 6. Again, congratulations to Jose Gori, BD355, Mini RV Sale for the semifinal, and Zukov for the playoffs. This has been Oscar, your host, and with me, Alberto. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all very soon in Qualifier 7.
Thank you. Good night and good day.